Well, the month may start out a little bit slow. Maybe you've been dragging your heels, and by the time April comes, it's like, spring is here, but I'm still sort of feeling like I'm stuck in that bear's den. So you may have to pull yourself out of that feeling of wanting to stay cuddled up for the winter long. Capricorns, we call them the money makers, and they're usually very good at making money, or have a lot of good ideas. And I do see that whatever's happening in your mind while you're sitting it out, you are certainly coming up with some ideas that could generate some income for you and your family. So whatever those ideas are, I would certainly pursue them, because they look like they're definitely viable options for you. And it looks like in the past, maybe you haven't been making the kind of money that you want. Maybe some of your great ideas just haven't had much steam behind them. But whatever you're thinking right now, whatever you're coming up with in the future, I'm going to say that the opportunities are plentiful, and certainly you could get somewhere with this one. Okay, so although things didn't work out in the past, don't let that stop you from moving forward and doing something creative in the future. Okay, because investing, it looks like whatever you invest in April is going to be prosperous. Okay, so as far as relationships, it looks like there's going to be some discussions about maybe what your partner does for a living, maybe what your partner, it's not just so much what your partner does, but maybe it has to do with this other thing that you're thinking about investment. Maybe you're wanting your partner and you to both focus more on doing something together to make income, instead of one of you is having to leave the household. So there may be some discussions about better ways of making income, easier ways, faster ways, more safe ways, more solid ways, stuff like that. Those kinds of conversations are going to happen in this coming month. And you know, it might be irresponsible of you to push too hard for your partner to leave their workplace, but it is something that you can discuss about, you know, how to wind that down, and what will semi-retirement or retirement look like in the coming year, I'm going to say. Okay, so it looks like that discussion will be very important. And and what may have prompted this discussion may be being unsettled or alone a lot. Maybe something happened that you didn't expect to see, and not nobody's fault really, it just so happens to be. And maybe something came about it and you weren't too happy with the outcome. So this will make you sort of feel frantic about wanting some change. But you'll have to be patient and sort through it slowly with your partner so that it works out for everyone at the right time. Okay, so don't be too pushy about it. Don't be irresponsible, because you can't. Even though you may have money in the bank, you don't want to spend it all, because if you spend it, then you're not going to have it when you do need it down the road. So just be mindful. You could have a lot of expenses that are coming out of your pocket, and it could be because you're putting it towards your home or towards real estate or towards an investment like that. So have your discussion, chat it out. It may not happen right away, but it does look like the conversation will be one that you can both give some thought to later and come up with some good plans in order to make it happen. Okay? So, Capricorn, let's see what it might look like in terms of love for you. Seer's love. Like I was saying, I think that you've spent a lot of time alone, and maybe you like that on some level, but I think you're growing weary with it, and maybe you'd like to have more time in play with your partner, and that's going to be part of the discussion. Okay. And for those of you that maybe aren't in a relationship, there will be something that comes to you in regards to a story or gossip, or somebody filling in the blanks about your ex, and there will be something that comes down the pike regarding that, interestingly. Okay, so let's say the overall health for Capricorn. Ouch. The overall health is a Ten of Swords. So I'm going to say Capricorn people are either having to deal with back pain or physical pain or illness. It could be mental illness, physical illness, or back illness, or bone illness. Okay, just so you know, those types of things look like they will stir up in the month of April. Okay, so let's look at your overall money. I think your overall money is okay, but if your expenses are higher than the money coming in, you won't see it as okay, because of course there's no replenishing of the money, so it becomes a worrisome thing. So maybe you've invested an awful lot of money in something and you're seeing the results of that in your banking, and it makes you a little worried. Okay, so it's a good thing to not be worried, but to be concerned and to, you know, refigure stuff. That's okay. That's okay to do, Capricorn. I'm going to say that Capricorn has been struggling, and I mean, normally I'd say Capricorn really has their act in gear. They're pretty business-minded. They're financially capable of achieving. They're creative individuals, very resourceful individuals overall, and they're hard workers. And I'm going to say that typically speaking, that is your nature, but maybe you made a decision or a foolish decision, or took a wrong turn somewhere. And because of that, you haven't been creating or manifesting what it is you normally do. So it looks like you have to go back and review where you took the wrong turn. And once you do that, then you can get back on track the way you're supposed to be. So the opportunity for you to get back on track is there. Now, the nice weather coming in is going to be really helpful to you, because I think you really like spring. It really gives you that vibration of new life, new beginnings, new opportunities, and that's exactly what you need to get going again. It also looks like maybe you're having a second thoughts about your commitment to whatever career choice that you have, or whatever skills that you have. Maybe you haven't really thought it through, and that something else should be done. So it's possible you've had a number of careers or a number of skills that you have not done anything with. It does look like you need to look at that. Why have you not fully committed to those things? Why have you not put all your energy into those things? What has caused you to detour on yourself? So if you put an investment into, let's say, a workshop or a course, and you finished it, and then you did well, but you didn't do anything with it. Maybe you didn't pull it into a career. Maybe you didn't go to work for that. That's the thing that's questioning. Makes me question you, makes me tell you to question yourself about why did you not go after what you wanted after you got everything that you worked hard for. So this is the time to evaluate yourself, to look at your skills, to look at your lack of effort or ambition in those areas, and review and revise. And I think that if you do that, more opportunity will find its way. And at the very least, shake away the guilt. I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty that you didn't follow a dream, but I am trying to make you see that had you followed the dream, you might be farther along the path where you could be happier with your results of your life. So this is going to be a month of you looking at that and wondering, where did you go wrong and what do you need to do to fix it? Okay? So to get your wish to come true, you're going to have to do some work, because it looks like your wish has not come true exactly, and it may not, okay? Unless you change your course a little bit. All right.